But hey, the event's still going to be cool. I'm going to be there. I'm going to witness some amazing stuff. Whether I can enjoy it myself and ride, I'm going to enjoy it either way, but whether I can enjoy it on the bike, we'll see. But it does kind of free up, if I can't ride, a bit more time to make some cool videos or do some, like, there's obviously a lot of stuff I have to do in the evenings, like to keep the event running. So I'm actually going to have a bit more time to do some things like that, which is a slight relief. Of course, I'd rather be riding, but...
What does the pressure feel like compared to riding versus running an event? You're quite a unique position where...
I kind of put it all together in one, really. Like, that's why I said, like, kind of now the pressure's halved, because I put all the effort into making the event. And like I said, there's a lot of sponsors who kind of, even if they're not putting any pressure on, there is still pressure because they've essentially paid for this good product to get some cool views out of it and some good promotion for their brands. So I feel extra pressure to ride good, to make the event good, and especially because they're my sponsors anyway. They're like Kenda, Spank, IXS, Monster and GoPro. I'm lucky enough to have them as personal sponsors, and then they sponsor the event too. So I kind of feel the massive pressure to ride and be one of the top riders as well. So that's why I'm extra disappointed to not ride. But yeah, a lot of pressure's come off, because I know it's going to be good now. It's not like it's the first year. It's going to go without me fine. I could not turn up now and it still would be as good as it would be if I went kind of just for personal reasons. I want to put my own stamp on the riding and do some things that I wanted to do.
I guess you can't really compare the two types of pressure as well.
Yeah.
In a way, can you?
But now there's definitely less pressure because I can concentrate really on maybe what the sponsors would like out of the event and make a better job for them and make a better product for them. Whereas I'm not riding for 4 or 5 hours a day. I could just spend that time maybe thinking about some other things and doing a bit more work, but that's not what I want to do.
Yeah, totally.
That's not what I want to do. But
that's rad that it's still not what you want to do. It's so good. You still want to be literally at the top of the rolling. With everyone,
whilst I still can, because I know I'm 32. Maybe actually Needles is doing it. He's 39, isn't he?
Yeah.
Brendan's coming back out again. He's 36, and so hopefully we've got a few more years.
Dad's army out
but
there.
But it is proper Dad's army. It's quality actually.
Yeah.
But even then, maybe even if there's 4 years left, that's 4 Darkfests. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
that's not many times to ride. And if I'm missing one of them, then there's only 3. Or I don't know. It's hard not to think like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll probably be interesting to people that you do think like that. What makes you think like that more now?
Well,
I
don't know.
Injury? Is it
because there's still
children?
Things now that I want to do. Like, I've never flipped the 90-footer. I still want to do that. I'm still not giving up on that I'm going to do it. So there's still definitely like a want. And I want to do better stuff each year. Like, I go with the plan to do better than what I did last year, which is really cool. And that's still going to be way better than what I was thinking of doing 5 years ago, which is, because I feel like, I guess my body was better 5 years ago and I had the hunger to do crazy stuff like the new kids, and worrying about injury when you don't have kids and mortgage is definitely a different thing. That sucks to say, but yeah, of course I have to think about that. Like, what good am I going to be if I nail myself, go home, and then Amy's got to birth our child and I can't look after any of them if I've injured myself? That sucks. You can block it out, but it's difficult. Yeah. It's real difficult, especially when there's a 110-foot jump and you're like, what is actually the point? Like, this is just a real selfish thing that I'm going to get some enjoyment and some adrenaline out of jumping this. But
I think also, like, what all you're talking about is like calculating risk. And I think actually, like, maybe again from the outside it would be like, God, these guys are crazy, but actually the everyone there is really calculated. It's actually the polar opposite to what Uncle thinks when he sends you a video of Darkfest. It's like, look at these Evel Knievel nutters.
He went for it and it worked out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not he went for it.
No, it's true. Everyone's trained their whole life, I guess, to kind of use every bit of skill to put into these jumps.
Yeah, so actually it's almost all about kind of being measured. And
it's at the point where if you crash at, I don't know, Milford on the dirt jumps, you can crash 3 or 4 times learning a trick or trying a trick you're not really sure about. Out here, you have to be 95% sure you're going to land it, because one crash is most likely going to take you out for the rest of the week, so you kind of have to really play it smart, and if there's a few questionable things, maybe try it at the end of the week.
Yeah. What jump are you trying to crash on if you're going to crash on it?
I
love this, because I know that you think...
Step up's the only one you can crash a couple times.
But I feel like you're good with probabilities.
Unless you're Bienve, who's crashed the 110er. he literally, I think he had a broken toe or something, and he was peeing blood for the whole week, but didn't tell anyone because he didn't want anyone to be like, nah, man, go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So he came back and rode the whole week on a broken foot, peeing blood.
Dude, it's mad looking
luckily he's still alive.
Older Darkfest footage was quite a lot more crashy, right?
Much more crashy.
It's really dialed now.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It was different back then. It was, no one knew how to flip a 90-foot jump, I guess. And now there's like such good kids that have been growing up jumping 60-foot jumps, flipping it. Like Tallis, I'm sure he's going to turn up, flip or flat spin that 90-foot like within a couple runs and be like, cool, man.
Will it be his first fest or first big jump?
No, I think he's done, what's that, Loose Fest one? Loose Fest. Yeah. So he's good at some big jumps. I know he did some big flips then, and that really cemented the fact that we should bring him out and see what he can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the progression, isn't it? Every year, the new kids turn up and they want, I don't know if they want your job, but they just want to be part of it, don't they? And they want to show themselves. They want to prove that they can do it. So their hunger is so massive compared to maybe, I guess, me or Sea-Dog, who are there to do a few personal things. We're not really there to set the place alight. We just want to tick off a few challenges ourselves, be stoked with our own riding and do what we want. But we also get the stoke from the kids doing their new stuff as well, because it's like, oh wow, they sort of tried this new thing and now we know that's possible. We would never have dreamt of doing a cash roll on that jump or whatever, or Eistead even double flipping the last jump. Like, that's not even in my realm of what's possible. And to see him do it, you're like, cool, wow, that's open now. That's what the new kids are going to watch and be like, that's what they're going to be thinking is normal.
So Eistead's, I'm glad you mentioned him. He's coming in off pretty much the Tom Eistead Fest
year of his life, wasn't it?
Breakout. I say breakout year. He's been at it for so long, and obviously he's on the FMB World Tour, blah blah blah. So I don't mean to, but it was a big year.
Yeah.
Like Darkfest worked out well for him.
What an episode! You did really well there.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what would finish it off?
What?
If you could put some sort of link over my face.
Yeah, I can do that. I could put a video up on Ollie's face of an episode we think you'll love.
Is it on now?
There is a subscribe button here on this chair, and on my face, another video we think you'll love. Thank you. We appreciate you.
There's nothing in the chair now. Subscribe.